Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This presentation is entitled From Our Cold Dead Hands. We're going to deal with a hot topic right now, unfortunately, in, I guess, the mainstream media, which I do not participate in at all, but I'm sure the coverage is wall to wall. I'm 100% sure of it, of what has transpired over the last couple weeks vis-a-vis mass shootings, false flag events, whatever you want to call them. We're going to just go by all the theories and just say, okay, these are real. There's just lunatics going off. Apparently the police aren't doing much either. Apparently in the latest one at the school, they kind of stood around for 40 minutes and let the whole classroom get shot up, apparently. We'll get into those guys, those wonderful people, in a later show. So I'm walking downtown today, and I'm not going to tell you the town, but I walked past a university, and it says that such and such, with signs all over, such and such university is a smoke, tobacco, and firearm-free campus. Yeah, that's where I want to send my son or daughter, to a killing zone, right? These people tell you that they're trying to protect your son or daughter. If I'm trying to protect a group of antelope that are weak and can't run or old, and I'm trying to protect them from the lions, okay? I don't want the lions on the other side of the hill that are hunting to know that on this valley over the other side of the mountain or whatever, there's a bunch of antelope that pretty much are dead meat. I mean, they can't defend themselves, they can't run. They have no way of getting away from you. Would I go and alert the lions and tell them that the antelope were over there ready to be eaten if I wanted to protect the antelope? Well, no. These people are telling the nuts that, hey, this college, this university these kids can't defend themselves. Gun control is what is causing these problems. The lack of more firearms in campuses, at schools, more law enforcement maybe, I don't know, but people that are armed, certainly, at school. We send billions overseas. We don't even have baby formula, and we're not even protecting our kids. First, I wouldn't send a child to public school in a million years. That's a whole other story as well. But, so in any case, they're going to tell you that you don't need an AR. They're going to tell you that they're going to come get your AR. They're going to tell you that you're a threat because you have such and such a weapon or this many rounds of ammunition, whatever. The notion that restricting our ability to purchase weapons to defend ourselves and our family, making that harder to do, the notion that somehow with 300 million guns in this country, at least, and roughly 1 trillion rounds of ammunition, most of those guns are privately held by good law-abiding citizens, and as is most of that ammunition, because if those 300 million guns and that trillion rounds of ammunition was a problem, you'd know about it, folks. You'd know. The average police response time in the United States is 11 minutes. When that perp is assaulting you on the street and someone calls 911, you don't have 11 minutes. If you're a woman and that guy's dragging you behind a building to rape you, you don't have 11 minutes. You've got a couple seconds. That's it. Seconds, not minutes. In 2018, there were 36,500 and some people killed on our highways, on our roads. $36,500 plus. There were 297 murders with rifles. Not even 300. 36,500 traffic deaths. That's not a right, by the way. Driving is not a right, it's a privilege. Owning a gun is a right. A God-given right, not given by the founders, it's given by God. 36,500 cars, traffic deaths, 300, under 300 by rifle. And of course, rifles didn't kill those 300 people. Humans did. Humans pull triggers. Guns don't pull triggers. Roughly 345,000 medical mistake deaths every year. Almost 350,000 medical mistake deaths. You are 1,160 times more likely to be killed by a medical mistake than you are someone shooting you with a rifle. 1,160 times more likely to be killed by a medical mistake than you are someone shooting you with a rifle. And I will go back to my original point regarding my assault weapons show. The elites know these numbers. They know that rifles are not a problem. Therefore, the reasons that they do not want you to have these instruments, that's all they are, is tools. Tools that send a piece of lead. That's what they are. Can be used for good or bad. All the elites have armed guards. They've all got people heavily armed all around them all the time, but they tell you you can't. So they know the numbers. Why don't they want you to have one? Those questions, again, they answer themselves. Gun control is racist. That is why Chicago has strict gun control. Because they don't want the African American to be armed. Okay? No one's having prayer vigils for the 15 people that are going to die by murder with handguns in that city this week, or Baltimore, or anywhere else. No one's having prayer vigils or having fundraisers for them. Is that because they're black, maybe? Maybe it's because they're black. Maybe it's because Barack Obama and his wonderful wife, or husband, and Joe Biden and his wonderful wife really don't care about black Americans. Because I don't hear them saying anything about that, about the blacks that are killed every day in our cities. Barack Obama didn't do squat about it for 8 years. I got a message for the African Americans in this country, black Americans. I don't care what you want to call yourselves. You're darker skinned than me. You're no different than me. You're a human being. You're created by God, just like me. I got a message for you. I'm not a Republican. I don't vote. I don't believe in government. I'm an anarchist. Okay? I don't even believe in government. Government is slavery. We're going to talk about that later. Later show. Government is slavery. But to my darker skinned brothers under our Creator God, you've been sold a bill of goods. And many of you still buying it. That a certain political party gives a shit about you. And they don't. They want to keep you on welfare. And they want to keep disarming you. And they want to keep killing your unborn children. Gun control is racist. Abortion is racist. Period. So I had to do a show about what's going on right now because they're going to come out and say, we got to take your AR, we got to do this because, no. People have to get their moral houses in order. Stop believing in government, stop believing in religion, stop believing in money, and become a spiritual being, become enlightened spiritually. Understand that you are God's creation, that you have a right to self-defense. But you don't practice aggression against other beings. You practice the non-aggression principle and the self-defense principle. This isn't that complicated. So, it's terrible what's happening. Again, whether it's as they reported or not is a whole nother can of worms to open up. People are losing their minds. And I have a lot of theories on that too. But our Creator doesn't want us hurting each other. And certainly does not want us to be disarmed by our government. You think your Creator wants you to be disarmed and be able to be just herded onto a train and taken wherever, like some people were in the 30s and 40s in Europe and other places at other times. You think that your Creator wants you to be disarmed, that can happen to you, then you don't know who your Creator is and you're spiritually gone. Have a wonderful evening, folks. Stay safe, stock up. Please like and share the show. I know it's brief, but I did give you some numbers. They're real. And this is no time to disarm. Things aren't getting any better. Unfortunately. Our morality is slipping away. Our freedom is slipping away because we're an immoral race. And this is no time to disarm. It's a time to stock up and take care of each other. Have a good one, y'all. Good night.